Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a spring card, Easter card, whatever you like, using the Easter Friends stamp set from the mini catalogue, which is on page 27. There you go. Really lovely stamp set. Not just for Easter, it does say Happy Easter and my friend, but it also says sending warm and happy wishes this spring and may your days blossom with joy and happiness. And it's got some grass as well. So this is a swing fold card. Several tutorials on YouTube videos on the internet. Obviously this is another one. Connie Stewart is a more recent one that I've seen, which she's done using the Squirrels stamp set and also another stamp set from the annual catalogue. So you could use all sorts of stamp sets with this card. This one is in fresh freesia with these flowers, which just add the extra interest from the pierced blooms dies, which are from the annual catalogue. Absolutely beautiful set of dies. So many flowers, leaves, a bow, a sentiment, this lovely sentiment banner as well, and a long stem. Really lovely set of dies, which we'll see whether it's going to be retiring soon. I've also used the hand-penned petals stamp set from the annual catalogue for the background for the card. So this is in fresh freesia, and then you open it out and you can see the duck and then the little chicks. These have been masked. One has been masked, so that you've got two there. This card, the first one I did, I've used the grey granite blends. This is crumb cake, grey granite here, the flowers again, and just one chick. This one I stamped fully on. I actually prefer the softer look when you stamp off once, and this is second step stamping, two-step stamping. Just to quickly show you, I'm doing an Easter class next week online and the week after in person at my house. This is one of the cards. Another one using the duck, and then another one with the bunny and our gorgeous in colour ribbon. And they'll be making one of these little slide boxes, which is so easy to cover. And then we've got the bunny rabbit, and this just opens out like that. Put some Easter eggs in, and it would fit a Cadbury's cream egg, a mini one, a small one I think. And then you've got the lovely flowers as well. So let me just put these aside and let's get started. So you will need, this is basically take an A4 sheet of cardstock, cut it in half at 4 1/8, turn it and cut it so that it's 11 inches long, and then score it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Then you're going to take one of the dies, stitched scalloped rectangle dies from the Colour and Contour die set, and you would put this, you'd put it over like that so that the halfway mark is over the fold line. And then you take your cut and emboss plate and you place it like that, and then you run it through the machine this way so the machine stops cutting there. And that gives you the swing fold, as you can see there. So the first thing that we're going to do is to stamp the background. So I'm going to just use this as a mask. I'm going to do both sides of the background. So I'm going to use pale papaya ink. And as I said, I'm going to use this large stamp as well. So it doesn't have to be perfect because people are not going to look at it in detail. But it just needs to give a bit of interest. So that's one side. And just turn it round so you get different parts of the stamp being used. That one, and then I'm just going to do that one there. And then I'm just going to go around the outside. One there. Some of this is, obviously most of this is going to be covered with the basic white piece that's going to be in the back in this part of the card. So you need a basic white piece because this is 5 1/2, which is 5 1/4. Sorry, that's 5 1/2. That's 5 1/2. So that's 5 1/4 by 3 3/4 inches, and that will fit there. And then you need one rectangle, which will go on here, and the other rectangle will go on the front. So we're going to start off with the stamping. I'm going to stamp the inside of the card first. And I'm going to use this stamp which says may your days bloom with joy and happiness, and that's going to go, just get that straight on there. And then I'm going to take, there's a little chick just here, And I'm going to stamp him one there. And if I just see if I've still got the mask to hand, which I have, out of a post-it note, you stamp the chick onto the post-it note and then you just cover the one that you've just stamped. And then you can have a second chick. And then if I wanted to, I could have a third chick, as often we like to do things in threes. So there we go, that's just going to be more colouring for me to do, which will take more time, but that's okay. I'll see if I can do it quite quickly. But before I put my ink away, I just want to stamp the duck. I could choose to put the duck, obviously, if I wanted to, on the outside of the card, and perhaps, do you know what, perhaps I will this time. Perhaps I'll put him on the outside, and then the rabbit, which is here, it's quite a large rabbit, you can see, but I only actually need the top half of the rabbit because the rest of it won't fit on. So that's like that, and you can see it's come out a nice basic grey colour as opposed to a dark black. So I'm going to colour in the chicks first of all. I'm going to do them actually this time in pale papaya. So I'm going to use, just for speed, the broad tip and quickly colour like that. And then I'm going to do the darker bit like this. So I'm going to use I'm using what I would call the bullet tip for this. And I could do the beak actually in the darker pale papaya as well, because the orange might be a little bit too dark. While I'm at it, I'll just do the feet there. Hopefully you can see that. And then just a little bit of extra colour here. So the artist has made life very easy for us by putting in the shaded lines there. And then I've obviously got this one to do as well. I could have done a Blue Peter on this, I suppose, and pre-coloured it beforehand, but I didn't. So there we go. So now I'm going to take the lighter one again. Oops, and I've managed to take the top off the other end, which I don't want, because I don't want to let the pen dry out. So basically you bring the darker into the lighter. It's going to dry a bit anyway once you've finished colouring. There we go. So those will match the cardstock. So I'm going to do the duck the same colour. So I'm going to colour in these bits. And blends are really easy to use. It's very satisfying to colour in with them. So now I'm going to take this piece and just do the extra colour, and I think I'll go ahead and do that beak as well. I suppose I could have used, I have got pumpkin pie on the desk, but it is quite a dark orange, so I'd like to keep this as pastel shades. I can't believe that Easter is next month, so I just think this duck and the rabbit and chick are so well drawn. I love them. I don't usually get stamps with rabbits and chicks and things, but I just thought this was fabulous. Really, really nicely done. So that's the darker one, and then I'm going to take the lighter one and go around the edge and just pull some of that colour in to give a bit of extra interest. There we go. So that's the duck done. And now I'm going to do the rabbit, and I quite liked the crumb cake that I used last time, so I'm just going to use that again. I might just leave some of his eye white this time. See what it looks like. I might change my mind and go over it again, but let's just quickly colour the rabbit. So as you can see, it doesn't take long to do. I haven't really worked out how to do fast forwarding with videos, so basically what you see is what you get. Check it's still recording, because I did one earlier and I realised I'd pressed the photo instead of the recording button, so that wasn't much help really. But anyway, here we go. This is take 2. So hopefully I've just checked and it is actually recording, so I'm relieved about that. Otherwise my family are going to get a very late tea tonight. So just take that down there. And then I'm going to be pulling some of that in anyway. There we go, and just take some of that down there like that. And then I'm going to go over again with the crumb cake just along the edge to try and blend some of that colour in. We've now got skin tone blends, which is amazing. I think there's 8 or 10, I think it's 10 actually, different colours. I could have had a go with one of those actually, but I quite like that. So there we go. So let's get some of these attached. So let's first of all do the little chicks. As you can see, I just put a smattering of Tombow on, and that's going to go like that. Hopefully you can see that. Then we're going to take the duck, and he's going to go on the inside. So basically you match him up with the scallop where you've cut out the scallop, and then make sure that he sticks on nicely. So I am going to put the rabbit on the front again. I think the duck really goes well with the chicks, so that's why I've left it like that. And then this chap's going to go on here, and just pull that out a little bit, and hopefully that will fit on nicely like that. Just check. There we go. So basically it's going to be like that, and then you open it up and you've got the duck and the chicks inside as well. Now, one thing I haven't done yet is some grass, so I might just do that quickly because they have given us some grass in this stamp set. So I'm just going to close up this ink pad and do some grass, and then I've got to decide whether I'm going to colour it or not. There's that, and then I think I might leave that like that and just do the grass with the duck there. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of, this is pale old olive. Just makes it a little bit more interesting to have a bit of green. There we go. Now, I have got some of those flowers ready cut here, so let's just see. I might use a dimensional on a couple on the front. Just, I think we often improve our cards, I think, with a bit of dimension. So I'm going to have, so I don't need a flower down there. So I might put that flower, I think, up there, but I'm going to stick this one straight on because it's on the inside of the card. So I'm going to put it on like that. And then what else have I got? I've got a leaf here. So I'm going to stick this behind here. And hopefully that still works. Yep. So that's 1, 2. Then I need one probably down here. So I'm going to put a dimensional behind there and put that one on like that. And that doesn't matter, that going, because it's just nice to have it there. I'm going to put some leaves behind this one as well. That's okay. And then perhaps I'll put, that's 1, 2, 3. I might just put, I've got a little one here, a little purple one. Might put that there, I think. And I think that's probably enough. I have got some other ones here. I could put one there, I suppose, if I wanted to, or even a purple one there. Let's see. I think that's okay like that. So I'm not going to over gild the lily, as we say in the trade, but I'm just going to add these lovely 2021 to 2023 in colour jewels, which I would imagine will probably be retiring. But they are lovely and they will go nicely just on these little flowers. So I'm going to put one here as well. And although these are the in colours, obviously that's fresh freesia. And so they're very pale. So they don't, these ones are quite bright, but the other ones are quite pale. So they would really go on anything. So there you go. So there's the third card. If I wanted to, I could add a little bit of Wink of Stella. So there we go. May your days blossom with joy and happiness. This one is in Petal Pink, sending warm and happy wishes this spring. Slightly darker I prefer, I have to say, the light grey, I think, which again, may your days blossom with joy and happiness, and I've put a flower there instead of another chick. Really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.